Hi guys, good afternoon. Welcome back to this wonderful channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always clicking on my videos. Thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I love and appreciate you all so very much. And if you're not yet a subscriber, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Turn on your bell notification so that whenever I put up a new video, you wouldn't be left out. Okay, you'll be amongst the first people that will know when I put up a new video. Okay, welcome to this wonderful and amazing family, vibes on vibes family. I have a very beautiful setup today. I have my ring light. I finally fixed it, even though it's not as bright as it used to be, but it will do. I have my ring light. I have a lead light here. I have a mirror here, so that when I don't want to be looking at myself like I'm doing, I can just be looking at this mirror. You know how these big YouTubers do? They'll just be, instead of from the title, I'm sure you guys already know what this video is all about. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing with you guys what married life has been like for me. I've been married for 4 months, yes, and some extra jara, like a few weeks. I've been married for 4 months and I give glory to God for that. First off, I'm going to start by saying marriage is not an accomplishment. Is not an achievement. Marriage is not an achievement. To be married is not an achievement. But marriage is a blessing from God. It's a blessing. If you're married, it's a blessing from God. If you're not yet married, your blessing is yet to come. Okay? So it's wrong for people to see marriage as a privilege, like marriage is like something that you can just go to one junction and go and collect. It might be like that for some people, but to me, I don't consider marriage as something that you should boast of. No, I don't consider it that. To me, marriage is a blessing. That's it. That's what I wanted to start with. Okay, that's just how I want to start this video. And as I said earlier, I have a beautiful setup, but unfortunately, my microphone, I've not still bought another one. So if people should share my videos, give my videos thumbs up, leave your comments in the comment section so that my videos be recommended to other people and I'll be able to raise money to buy a new microphone. I have my fan here as well, just in case you're hearing a few. I doubt if people will hear, but if you do, just know that I have a fan here. I don't want to sweat. I have a very beautiful makeup on. Anyways, yes, as I said, I've been married for 4 months and some weeks. And married life is everything I expected, everything I didn't expect, and lots more. Let me start. Number one, I want to start with my friends. Okay, since I got married, okay, let me give you an instance. I think it was 3 months after I got married. I was in my friend's place, or rather her business place, and we had a few of our friends there. We were like, I think 4 of us were just sitting there, gisting, talking, having some girl talk and all of that. And it was on a Friday. Okay, a friend of mine suggested we go to the club that Friday. Okay, I was the one that even suggested we go to the club because it was a long time I went to hang out with my friends, like go do things like girls' night out or something. Just go have fun with my friends. Okay, so I had suggested it. So one of them now said, okay, let's go on that Friday. And I'm like, oh, my husband is around. It would be wrong for me to just put it on him like, oh baby, I want to go to the club today. Today is Friday. It doesn't sit right. It doesn't sit right. So I was like, okay, let's make it the upper Friday. So we all agreed to make it the upper Friday. And before we even agreed, they were neither here nor there going out or going clubbing with me because I'm married. We had decided to go the next Friday. So I came home and I told my husband about it. My husband said, okay, no problem. If you people are going next week, just tell me how much you need and all of that and all of that. I said, okay, fine, good. And then in the middle of the night, I started getting notifications on my WhatsApp. Ting, 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 ting. My friends were sent, my friend, one particular one, I mean, her name is Heidi. I don't know if she will watch this video, but she was sending me videos of them in the club. It made me feel really bad. Like, it made me feel bad. It made me feel like Even if you people had decided to go clubbing, at least you would have at least just told me. There's no there's no big deal. If you had told me that you're going, I don't know if you people get what I mean. Like, it's just as if they just sideline me one side, as if they just forgot about my existence, kind of, and went anyways. But the fact that I'm married, so they didn't feel it was right for me to go clubbing with them. Where is it written that married women cannot club? Is because people have this mentality that people just go to the club to do nasty and crazy things. People go to the club to have fun, just dance and do all of that, hang out. But I felt really bad when that happened. I felt really bad. And the next morning, she kept sending me pictures and videos. I felt bad. I had to tell her my mind. I told her, like, I consider it wasn't really nice for me. So being married has actually caused a drift between myself and some of my friends, because even it has caused the withdrawal of certain conversations. Like, there's some conversations I used to have with some of my friends that are single, as in they told me about their relationship and advice and all of that. One of them, let me not say some of them, there is a particular one that she feels it's irrelevant having such conversations with me because I'm married. I don't know if that makes sense. So it has caused a drift. Even though I still have some of my good friends, some of them that are still married. Anyways, I still have friends that I'm in touch with. I still have friends that I talk with. But most of them are not really enclosed with me anymore like they used to be. And yeah, that's one of the things that marriage has caused. I think it has helped me filter the necessary friends that I need in this life, because as life goes on, you have to discard certain people. You don't really need certain people throughout your days, like throughout your lifetime. I think I've actually emphasized on this one too much. Anyway, secondly, my phone doesn't really ring as much. If my phone rings now, it's either my husband, my mom, my dad, my sibling, or one or two friends. Before, when I was still single, I don't know, there was a time my mom used to say I work in MTN office. My phone doesn't really ring as much. Like, I don't really have that much calls like I used to. And another thing, being married, coming to my home, going into marriage with certain expectations is very wrong. Very, 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 very. Let me not say it's very wrong, but at least when you're getting married, limit your expectations. I think I did that. That was the wrong thing that I did. I had so much high expectations that I'm not just going to come out here and be saying, because I don't want this video to be really, really long. I had so much expectations, but I would just say don't go into marriage with too much expectations like that. And then another thing about being married is I'm not answerable to anybody. Like, unlike when I was single, like, your parents I grew up in a very strict home. I grew up in a very disciplined home. So you're always answerable to your actions, where you are, what you're doing, where you're going, and all of that stuff. So that's the kind of home that I grew up in. And I grew up with disciplinarians as parents. So even though I still have that mindset, it's still in my head. Now it's weird not answering to, where are you going, even though I still answer to my husband, like he calls me sometimes, he'll call me, where are you going, what are you doing, and all of that. But it's not as it used to be before. You understand? When you can stay like this, your mom will call you, send you on an errand, like go do this, go do that. It hardly happens. Another thing being married is marriage is sweet, no doubt, but it has its ups and downs. Anybody that comes and portray marriage like, oh, my honey bunch, my sugar pie, my darling, my honey, my skill. He has his good sides, no doubt, but you people will be quarreling over unnecessary. I've been quarreling with my husband over unnecessary things. Sometimes after we have a misunderstanding, I look back and I wonder, was it really necessary? For instance, this this capsule. I will keep it here, and then my husband will move it. Maybe my husband uses it, and then instead of keeping it here, he will now keep it in another place. So that's, we have misunderstanding over flimsy things. Like, I love my environment and my surroundings very, very tidy, like organized. So sharing that one space with somebody, there's every tendency of certain things not being in the place that you kept it. I don't know if you get what I mean. It's another thing. And then what else? I'm not one to, I don't know how to communicate. Even though I communicate, look at me, I studied communication art too. For someone that studied communication art, I don't know how to communicate. My husband is this kind of person that he can communicate, he can talk, he likes talking things out. But I'm this kind of person, even though it's a wrong trait, it's a bad trait, I would agree. But I'm this kind of person that, let me vent, okay? Let me just burst out. If I don't say it, it's as if I'm being stuffed with cotton wool. And sometimes that will make me, because I don't want to vent and say the wrong thing, I will just ignore. I will just be quiet. I won't even talk to my husband. I will just stay on my own. And my husband will be like, he will want to like start a conversation. I'll be giving the short answer. Yes, no, yes, all these short answers. But my husband, unlike me, he's the kind of person that likes talking, like conversing, likes communicating. But I'm not that kind of person. I bottle things up. At some point, I explode like an atomic bomb, which is bad. Which is bad. It's not a good character. It's not a good trait, but that is one bad thing. Like, my husband can do something. He, like, if he keeps doing that same thing over and over again, I can ignore. I'll be bottling it up, keeping quiet. Then at some point, I cannot hold it again. I will explode. That's my kind of person. So I'm beginning to learn how to communicate, you understand? So I'd rather put it out raw, or like say it as it is, than to keep quiet and bottle it. Or maybe if I say it wrongly, I would apologize and maybe make him understand what I meant. But I'm learning to speak than to hold back. Marriage has been experimental. You people can tell from my channel, I like experimenting on different kinds of dishes. As I said in one of my videos, my husband is not this kind of person that will just stay and afam will hungry him, or beans will hungry him, or gari or rice, all those things. He's not that kind of person. He's the kind of person that likes experimenting in food. And me too, I'm also the kind of person that likes experimenting in cooking. I don't know if you get what I mean. So marriage has helped me like broaden my tentacles. And I'm spreading my tentacles kitchen wise. Okay. My husband has become my gossip partner. He's this one person that is constantly going to be there, like for me to say what I need to say and not feel like I'm being shady or something. I gossip with him, gist with him, and all of that. Kai, forget to marriage is not easy. Hey, good. When you see someone that they say they are married for 50 years, 20 years, 10 years, 25 years, 40 years, commot cap for them. But the thing is, what I feel is with time you learn to understand your partner well, because while you're still dating, before you people get married, you people are dating, and during relationship you're only bringing out the good part of you. You're not bringing out the devil in you. You know me, I have my score. I have mental problem. So during courting and dating, you don't bring out the demon in you, you bottle it up. The same thing with your partner. So when you people now marry, that's when you begin to see the different things unfolding. You begin to see the dragon you never knew existed, and you too, you begin to reveal the tiger in you. But aside from that, just know that it's sweet, it's beautiful, but It has its ups and downs, it has its misunderstandings, it has its difficulties, even though the difficulty is not like the most kind of one. If you're having that type, pack your load. Also, even if the marriage is one day, pack your kaya. If I don't even carry your load, live without the bag and japa. Another thing, marriage has made me pray more, I would confess. It has increased my spiritual life, because as marriage is a blessing from God, anything that comes from God, the devil doesn't like it, so he likes to interfere in things that concerns God. So you need to be prayerful the more. So marriage has made me pray and get closer to God more, even though it's not as much as I would want it to be, but it's definitely more than it was. And I really, it's something I'm working towards as well. So it's helped my spiritual life. I know you're not trying to be spiritual right now, but yeah, I'm just trying to be I'm just trying to be real. Let me know if you're married. Let me know in the comment section what married life has been like for you and how long you've been married for. I've just been married for 4 months. It's not been that long. Very important. Being married has helped some chikas run away from me. You know, I'm tall, I'm beautiful. I'm not bragging, but I'm tall and I'm beautiful, as you can tell. So, you know, like yesterday, I went to one place called the Cow Door. Yesterday was Saturday, so I went to get food. I didn't want to cook yesterday. I was very tired. So I went to a Cow Door to buy food. And then one man came up to me and whispered. He came from behind. I've not told my husband this, so I'm sure he was heard from this video. He came when I came in. He was like, "Oh, you're tall. You can intimidate a group of men, guys." They were like talking. "Do you want to intimidate us?" Blah 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 blah. I was like, "Thank you." So one of them just came by my ear from the left and whispered, "You're very beautiful." I said, "Thank you." And I said, "Please, I'd like to have your number after now." I said, "Sorry, I'm a married woman." He was like, oh. So if I was still single, I know even it happened even in church. I think it was even a month. It is when I told my husband, a month after I got married. I think 3 people actually walked up to me and tried to ask me out and ask me for my number. I'm like, I'm a married woman. But I don't regret it. So bye-bye to all the single men. People did not come on time. People did not come early to check me. When I was still in the market, people did not see me. It's not that I'm married, people want to come and suffocate me with your fine girl thing. I know what I would have done with that opportunity if I was still single. Like, I'm sorry to say, but men, you people are just there to help. So I would have just gotten the number, get talking. Obviously, if 1 or 2 times I would get lunch, dinner, or recharge cards, one or two. You understand? But now, all I can say is I'm a married woman and I move on. But anyways, yeah, that's basically it. This is 4 months gone, forever to go. So we'll see how it goes. I'm sure I'll be updating you people on maybe 1 year. I don't think I'll be doing that. But obviously people will know when is my anniversary and all of that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave your comments in the comment section, like, share, comment, all those good stuff. And I'll see you guys in my next video, which is a Q&A that I'm filming right after now. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you later, or you'll see me later instead. Bye guys.